Hello, everybody. It's Miss Jillian, and welcome to Story Time. I hope you all are having a great day, and if your day is over, I hope that you did have a great day today. So let's welcome each other with our song. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Sit down, friends. Sit down, friends. Sit down, friends. It's time to read with me. Alright, so can you guys guess what we're going to read about today? Today we're going to read all about families. So mommies and daddies and grandmas and grandpas and brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles and everything. So the first book that I have is pretty silly. It's called How to Put Your Parents to Bed. Now that sounds really silly because don't the parents normally put kids to bed? Well, I would like to see how this pans out, so let's keep reading. This is by Melissa Larson and illustrated by Babette Cole. I know you're not tired. You could scale a tall tower. You could sail savage seas. And you could paint a masterpiece. It's bedtime, but bed is the last place you want to be. Adventures are out there waiting, but have you looked at your parents? Poor things, just between you and me, they are not looking their best. They need to go to bed. Parents are not good at going to bed. I have to put in a load of laundry, they say. I need to do the dishes. Just one more email. It's one excuse after another with them. You need to take charge. Take the plate out of their hands, gently close the computer, tell them it's time for bed. Start with brushing teeth. They will argue. They will say they'll do it later. Squeeze out the toothpaste and get them brushing. Help them if you can. Take back those molars that you can't reach. Next, get them into their pajamas. You will be amazed how long this takes. Parents get distracted by the smallest things. Phones, magazines, even the TV, and even the cat. Be patient, keep them moving towards the bedroom. If you let them sit down, they will fall asleep anywhere. Sleeping parents are extremely hard to move. Some of them even snore. Now, some parents become unruly when faced with actually getting in bed. Tiny things upset them. They can work themselves into a state. Remain calm. Do not negotiate. It's time for bed. The next part is tricky. Stories. Parents love stories at bedtime, but they can get set in their ways. They may insist on only hearing their favorites. If they are used to 3 stories, they will want 3 stories. Not 2, not 1, no surprises. You would think at this point that you are almost there. Your parents are in bed, their teeth are brushed, their pajamas are on, stories are read, but this is when something unexpected always comes up. Their favorite pillow is missing. They want to check on the dog. Their socks itch. Tell yourself that this is almost over. Handle each incident calmly. Tuck them in, kiss them goodnight, remind your parents that you are not to make phone calls when you leave the room, and better yet, just take their cell phones. Close the door, listen to make sure they're nice and quiet. Take a bow, you have gotten your parents off to bed. Now you can finally enjoy some time for yourself. But just between you and me, you are not looking your best. You look exhausted. Maybe it's time for you to go to bed too. The end. Well, obviously, kids are not going to put their parents to bed But that's kind of silly to think about if you had to put your parents to bed, right? So next is a book that's called My Grandpa's Chair. And this book is all about a granddaughter and a grandpa looking for the very perfect chair. This is by Jillian. My grandpa used to love reading on his old couch, but lately, he didn't seem happy when he sat there. I thought Grandpa might need a new chair, so Mimi and I took him shopping. The store had all sorts of chairs. Some chairs were too small. The hard chair gave him back pain. The rocking chair made Grandpa dizzy. And some chairs were way too soft. None of the store chairs were quite right. Grandpa decided to order a chair that was made just for him. A famous craftsman cut down the tree, carved the wood, and assembled the parts. It was one of a kind, made especially for my grandpa. But the new chair made Grandpa worry. Well, what if Mimi scratched it? What if he spilled his tea on it? Eventually, Grandpa put the chair in a room where nothing would damage it. Mimi and I decided to take Grandpa to our favorite place to cheer him up. The park was filled with people enjoying the fresh air and sunshine. Mimi and I chased ducks. We said hello to a squirrel and smelled some flowers. After a while, I needed to sit down, and Grandpa came with me. See? She's sitting there, and then she goes, "Here, Grandpa, come sit next to me." And he does, and then she brings out a book. And guess what? Grandpa finally found a seat that made him happy. The end. I am so glad that her and her grandpa and their dog Mimi found the best chair for them, because some of the best time that we could ever spend will be with our family. All right, I have one more book, and this book is called The World Needs More Purple People. Now you may be thinking, Miss Jillian, what are you talking about? People aren't purple. Well, you will find out what being a purple person is in this book. So let's get reading. This book is by Kristen Bell and Benjamin Hart and illustrated by Daniel Wiseman. Hey kid, I've got a secret. It's gonna knock your socks off, and I can't wait to share it with you. Ta-da! Follow my guide to become a purple person. How to Become a Purple Person by Penny. Now, you may be asking yourself, why in the world would I want to be purple? Purple is a magic color made when red and blue work together. I think all the best things in the world are purple. But you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with people? Wow, are you a genius? Because you are already on your way to becoming a purple person. You want to know why? Step 1. Ask really great questions. My dad says purple people get to ask great questions. Questions about everything, even questions about questions. Hey Dad, how far away is outer space? Have you ever met a dolphin? How many dolphins live in outer space? Do you guys think dolphins live in outer space? I don't think so, but it's still a great question, and that's step 1 to becoming a purple person. Purple questions are the kind that help you learn something really big about the world, or something really small about another person. How tall is the world's largest rainbow? What's your bear's name? Charlie. Dad says the more purple questions you ask, the more purple you become. How many stars do you think there are? He also says I can only ask him 20 questions about space dolphins a day. Step 2, laugh a lot. My grandma says purple people laugh a lot. We always are laughing together. I mean, like snot out of our nose laughing. Ew. We laugh at books. We laugh at jokes. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. We laugh at donkey dances and hairy elephant knees. Hee-haw, hee-haw. And we especially laugh at Grandpa's funny noises. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Purple laughing helps us remember the things we share and forget what we thought made us different. And it's almost impossible to be angry when you're laughing. Try it. I dare you. Grandma says the more purple laughing you do, the more purple you become. She also says Grandpa's noises are her favorite funny noises in the whole wide world. Step 3. Use your voice and don't lose your voice. My mom says purple people use their voice and don't lose their voice. She encourages me to use my voice to sing. My dad is the one with the hairy chest. He loves me more than all the rest. To give good ideas, let's wear monster costumes to school. And to share my opinions, I personally feel like we shouldn't have to eat Brussels sprouts because they smell like sweaty socks. Sometimes people lose their voice, and that's okay. It happens. A purple voice helps someone who is having trouble finding their own voice. Purple people don't speak up. Purple people don't just speak up. They also listen. Maybe you could tell them that you don't like it when they call you that name. Want me to help you tell them? Mom says the more you use a purple voice, the more purple you become. Mom, can you help me with my play? She also says she heard my opinion on Brussels sprouts, but I still have to eat them. I'm going to work on a better argument. Step 4. Work hard. Super duper hard. My grandpa says purple people know how to dig in and get stuff done. He and I like to work hard while we build things, and while we learn things, and while we grow things. Purple work is the kind of work that's done together to change something that needs changing. What do we want? More playgrounds! When do we want them? Now! Or to fix something that needs fixing, or to help someone who needs helping. Grandpa says the more purple work you do, the more purple you become. He also says no purple work has ever been done while sitting on your backside sipping strawberry lemonade. Okay, are you ready for the last step? Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Are you really, really super duper sure? Okay, drum roll please. Step 5. Paint yourself purple. Haha, just kidding. That's not the way to become a purple person. Actually, being a purple person has nothing to do with what you look like. My teacher says purple people look all sorts of ways. They are big and small, old and young. Some wear cool coats, some wear shorts with lots of pockets, and some wear funny hats. She says some purple people feel blue sometimes, and red other times, and some purple people even have green hair. Step 5, Part 2. Just be the real you. Like my teacher always says, purple people come in every color you can dream of, and every size you can think of. The only way to be purple is to just be you, because you're the only you we've got. So, those are my surefire steps to turning into a purple Hey, wait a minute. You ask really great questions. You laugh a lot. You use your voice all the time. You are a really great worker, and you are totally and absolutely you. Well, I'll be a llama's mama. You've been beautifully purple this whole time. I am sure glad you're a purple person. Because the world needs more purple people, just like you. So, boys and girls, with all that to say, I hope that you can try your very hardest the next time that you see your friends or your family or your siblings, whoever you are with, to be a purple person. Be kind and generous and share your toys and make sure that you're playing with the people that maybe not normally are played with. So that's all that we're going to have today. So let's sing our goodbye song. Goodbye, goodbye, it's time for us to go. Goodbye, goodbye, it's time for us to go. I hope you enjoyed our story time. It's time for us to go. Goodbye, goodbye, I'll see you next time. Bye, boys and girls, and don't forget to be a purple person today.